You often hear me say a lot of great things about Langenzuna. You heard me tell the story how they flipped the entire industry upside down when they came out with their Datograph, the in-house chronograph, and literally forced the big boys to make their own chronographs. And you also hear me say that one of my favorite watches from Langenzuna is the Zeitwerk. And what does this watch do? It displays time digitally. And you think to yourself, well, Roman, what's the big deal? It is a big deal. In fact, they were the first one to come out with a watch that is able to display the hours and the minute in a digital display via the time bridge you see on front of the dial. Now, I did say that they were the first to do it. Yes, they were the first to do it, but they didn't invent the jump hour complications because technically this is what this is, jump hours. It was actually an engineer by the name of Joseph Paulweber back in 1883 that made that complication in a pocket watch. It was a beautiful enamel timepiece where you had windows for the hours and the minutes where there was rotating discs that would show you what time of day it was. And of course, the challenge for Lange was to display the time digitally. They're actually utilizing 3 discs to do so. But they have a patented barrel they created in order to give it the amount of power that this watch needs. Because the amount of power it takes to do this, the watch will lose amplitude, it will not be accurate. So the patented barrel was one of the things, and then what they also did is a constant escapement in order to keep the watch accurate and I shouldn't say ticking, I guess flipping as accurately as possible in order to keep accurate time. 36-hour power reserve, which doesn't seem like a lot considering you have watches out there with 8-day power reserve. For what this watch does, to have a 36-hour power reserve is absolutely tremendous. The finishes in the movement, the quality of the movement, everything about this watch. I mean, when you look at the back of a Langenzuna, I always said you can get lost for hours, and you can, because I feel that the watchmaking of Langenzuna, which is a fairly newcomer if you think about it, it's tremendous, and I think it's second to none. So yeah, one of my favorite watches from Lange, and rightfully so. This watch is very, very deserving of any horological nut's attention.